Yo, it's D.Arthur in the building. I'm talking to you guys today about why people will stare at you while you go on semen retention. People will start staring at you when you go on semen retention because you are giving, you subconsciously might be giving off turbulence. Subconsciously, you might be giving off captivating energy. You might be giving off trying to conquer something. You're giving off an aura that's captivating, maybe even mysterious, one like something that someone would wonder about. And this is what's making people drawn to you. The bottom line is, in terms of like your physical appearance and your avatar and everything, when you go on semen retention, what you're trying to do per se is you're trying to give off an aura that makes people question themselves or question themselves. What I'm trying to say is, if you want people to maybe be intrigued by you, maybe want to wonder about you, maybe want to learn more about you, you might have to give off maybe even a very mysterious, captivating, maybe even chaotic vibe. This is what a lot of, I guess, people who want attention do. And what I'm saying is, like, I'm not saying that you want attention, but what I'm saying is you want to be giving off an aura that leaves a lot of things maybe unanswered. And once it's unanswered, people are going to do their research to try to figure out more about you. So this is the bottom line. So people in general will stare at you regardless. You are going to become someone who is going to be stared pretty regularly because you just have this aura that's mystifying, it's captivating, it's intriguing. It leaves people wondering about things, and this is the type of aura that you're supposed to give off. Recently, I was watching a person on a podcast, and I could realize based off how they looked, and even sometimes how silent they were, and every time they talked, and how maybe even their voice was, the vocal tonality was pretty booming, and the amount of knowledge that they had. He subconsciously was the highest value person in the room just because of all of these different things. The person who looks the most captivating and who looks the most mysterious and maybe is a bit more silent and just speaks, but every time he speaks very intriguing, he speaks very captivating, he speaks very critically. This is probably going to be the most sought after man in the room. He's going to have the most value. He's going to have the most value when he speaks because he's not letting everyone know every single thing about himself so quickly. He's leaving room for imagination to wonder. And this is how it goes. So the bottom line is, like, when you go on semen retention, you're going to become someone who's captivating. You're going to be someone who's intriguing. And if you do this purposefully enough, people are going to wonder about you. People will wonder about you. And this is the best thing that you can leave them at, because if they're always wondering, you're always on their mind. And now subconsciously, they might have a bond with you. And if they have a bond with you, you might even show up in their dreams because when it comes to dreams all come down to your subconscious mind. Whatever is in the internal hardwiring of your subconscious, your internal subconscious, usually is drawn out in dreams, and these are all messages that are trying to tell you something. All you have to do is try to decipher and figure out what they really mean. So your dreams are just physical transformation, a physical manifestation of things that have been consciously in your mind, and now they're entertaining themselves and playing out themselves out in the dream realm. This is all you have to look at it as. So another example is when I went on. So like I said, I've been on retention, and I just went publicly to a place waiting for someone to pick someone up, and then there's a lady who was just waiting for someone as well too. And you know that feeling when you think someone is staring at you, and you just look at them, or you just have this feeling, and then you look at someone, and then they look away pretty quickly. That exactly is what happened to me earlier today. This is just another example of someone who maybe found me, or even my physical avatar, as someone who might be a little bit mysterious, captivating, or at least someone to wonder about. This is how you have to. You guys played their cards way too quickly in life and everything. If you're not leaving things up in the air for people to wonder about you, then where is the chase? You have to leave people in some sort of anticipation. You have to leave people in some sort of chase mode, because if they feel, especially if we're talking about women, if they feel as if they need to chase you, if they feel as they may even need to prove themselves to you, they need to figure some things out about you, they're gonna consciously think in their mind, because I'm doing all this work to attract them, I must really like them. This is how you have to look at it. But guys put their cards out too quickly. They're too available. They're not mysterious enough. Some people are even known as the jokester. And honestly, if you really want people to really take you on a serious level, then the whole jokester mentality, the whole jokester thing, I mean, that's be honest, it's for people who haven't built themselves up to be someone who is worth knowing about. So they have to justify themselves. They have to justify their value by entertaining people, if that's how you want to look at it. So the bottom line is, you go on retention, people will stare at you. You're going to the supermarket, you're going to get stares. You're with the cashier, it's going to be a long conversation. The bottom line is, people are going to feel your energy on a subconscious level. They're going to feel your energy. This is why you might notice when you relapse recently, you can't hold a longer conversation because you have less to give. This is the bottom line. If we're talking about any types of business attraction in general, conversation dynamics and everything, it really comes down to the subcommunication that you're giving off. And you have more to share with people. You have more to give to people when you've been on retention, because your life is a bit more interesting, because you're more present. You're more in the present moment. If you relapsed recently and you're talking to people, it may not hold as much weight. So you have to cut this habit out. You have to be purposeful. You have to be intentional. Your life will get better when you go on retention. It's a movie that's working. It's playing itself out. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy, and you are the main character. This is how you have to start looking at it. Your life can become very, very intriguing if you allow it to be. You just have to look at it from this spotlight. People give up too quickly. Guys are too negative. Guys are not inspired enough. Guys are too lazy. They don't write things down. They're a cog in the machine. They're just getting by. They have no true inspiration. They dilute themselves with things that are just what the masses give them. If you do not have a deep sense of purpose, you will distract yourself with pleasure 24/7. A guy who lives by pleasure will entertain poverty. Pleasure leads to poverty, because if you're always doing the easy things, if you're not living by the slight edge, you're always doing the easy things, the things that feel good now, you are going to have a harder life later. And when you have a harder life later, you're gonna say, oh, you're not gonna realize that all of these conditions were brought on to you by you, based off your behaviors, based off your mindset, based off your inaction, and based off your doubts. This is just how you have to look at it. If you want a better life, a life that's more intriguing, more fulfilling, more interesting. You're going to have to do the thing. You're going to have to discipline yourself and do the harder things now, so the future can be a bit easier for you. And this is exactly just how you have to look at life. When you go on retention, people will stare at you. You will become mystified. You will become someone that is interesting enough to want to talk about, because you're just giving off very, very mysterious vibes, very intriguing vibes, vibes that make people at least want to know more about you. And this is just how you have to look at life. If that made sense, I hope you comment. I hope you subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace.